Have you ever seen a really interesting custom t-shirt and wondered how it was done? I would love to tell you about what a Cricut is, what it is capable of, and how to use it to make your own custom tee. I have been doing Cricut for about 6 years now, and I have learned new things to this day. But with a little bit of knowledge about what a Cricut is and how to use one, making your own custom tee could be easier than you had even imagined. What exactly is a Cricut? I like to think of a Cricut as an X-Acto knife that does whatever you instruct it to do. It's a machine that has two attachment slots. One is for pens or markers, and the other is for a blade. The blade setting is the one most often used in a Cricut. It slides a cutting mat under rollers in the Cricut machine while the blade goes back and forth to create intricate cuts. It is really neat to me because with just a click of your mouse, you can change the settings of how the machine cuts the material that you are using. It's a multi-purpose electronic tool that I use almost daily. There are three main types of Cricuts on the market right now. The Cricut Joy is the smallest, most compact Cricut. I think the Joy is the model that is best for people who do not plan on using it often or plan on using it for like simple projects. The model in the middle is an Explorer. That's the one that I started out with. It's a pretty good model. It just doesn't do as much as the Maker. The Maker is capable of cutting the most materials out of any of the Cricuts. It's also the fastest. When you decide which model is most fitting for your needs, then you will know what materials are needed. Every Cricut needs the same basic materials, but the more that the Cricut is capable of, the more materials that you can use. I have a Maker, so I'm going to use that as an example for our first shirt project. The materials that you would need to create a shirt with the Maker are a cotton t-shirt, a Maker, HTV or heat transfer vinyl, a computer, tablet, or phone to connect to Design Space, a heat press, and a weeder tool. Once you have all your materials, it's time to download Design Space and to get to designing. Now, I could go on and on forever about different types of techniques in Design Space because there's just too much to learn in one day. But to explain it quickly, you would start a new project. From there, you would select Add Text, and then you would add the text that you'd like to cut out for your design. There are a lot of different font options to warp text or alter it in different ways to layer text or add outlines. There's also layering colors of vinyl for different effects, images that can be made into cut files. As I was saying, whenever you do this, you will select Iron On for the material, which will automatically mirror your design. When your design is mirrored, it will look backwards because it's cutting on the side that will adhere to the shirt. When it's done cutting, you will eject your mat and begin the weeding process. The weeding process is the process of removing sections of vinyl that you do not want in your design. To make this process easier, there are different tricks and tools, but all you really need is a weeding tool. You will be able to see the cuts in the design to know which pieces to remove. For example, if you had the letter R, you would need to weed out the middle section of the letter. When you're done weeding your design, it's time to apply your design. Every material and every type of vinyl use different settings, so be sure to check reference guides when using a material that is new or unfamiliar to you. We are using a cotton t-shirt, so I prefer to go around 340 degrees for about 40 seconds. When pressing the design onto the shirt, first lay your shirt out on the press for about 15 seconds to make sure there are no wrinkles or moistures inside of the shirt. When it cools down for a minute, it's time to put your design on. Position it onto the shirt wherever you would like, and follow pressing time and temperature guidelines. Depending on the type of vinyl you use, it will be either cool peel or hot peel. If it's a hot peel, you can peel off the clear transfer sheet almost immediately. If it's a cold peel, wait until it cools. When you are done peeling, you will reveal your finished design. So now that you know exactly how it's done, do you feel like you could do it yourself? Do you feel like it would be more of a project to take on yourself? Do you feel like it would be something that would be super exciting to do, as I like to do myself? I feel it's always important to remember that if you haven't worked with a material before, doing research really helps. It also helps to have a test product to play with before an important project. It can appear or sound very intimidating at first, but with a little bit of passion and some trial and error, you have the power to completely redo your wardrobe tailored to your style.